What you need to know about multicolor printing with Bambu or Orca slicer. This won't be a basics tutorial, but a few tips and tricks to make your multicolor prints better. For my multicolor prints, I've been entirely printing logos onto functional parts, so this video will cover that use case, not making toys like the Flexi Dragon and whatnot. When creating your models, you may want to consider making each color its own body. This will make painting so much easier in the slicer and give you complete control over the layer thickness. This can be seen here with a simple text on the first layer of our print. To make sure we only print 2 layers of this color, we'll make this 0.4 millimeters thick, or twice the height of each of our layers. This method of making individual bodies will ensure that we don't miss any portion of the model with mesh painting tools and make painting so much faster. For this method, the model will have to be exported as a 3MF file to be properly loaded into the slicer. Once in your slicer, import your 3MF file and set the entire body to the color you want the text. This can be done by right-clicking the model, selecting Change Filament, then the filament you want. Once a correct filament is selected, click on the puzzle pieces in the top right-hand corner. Then select the main body and set it to the corresponding color. If you have many bodies that overlap each other, or even hidden bodies inside the part, don't miss the sliders on the bottom of the screen for section view and explosion ratio. This segues perfectly into the next topic, and that is slightly translucent filaments. You may not notice it, but certain filaments allow a lot of light to pass through. Printing these filaments on a black background will result in the color being much darker, or even a change in color. A good example of this is yellow filament on a black background could end up looking more green. This is the principle that makes Hue Forge a possibility. But in many use cases, this property is just really annoying. My fix for this has been adding many layers of filament to make a more solid color. Typically, we'd use 5 layers with good results, but your mileage may vary depending on the filament you choose. The next thing I encourage you to look into if troubleshooting quality is the order the colors print in. This can sometimes make a big difference in contamination, especially on the first layer. When printing white text on a black body, I've had much better quality when printing the white text first. Finally, if you're doing high detail prints, be sure that Arachne is enabled. This will allow you to print with less than the nozzle width. This feature was originally made by the Cura team and has enabled us to create products that would otherwise be impossible. Another big quality boost is enabling one wall on first layer. Without this, you will usually end up with a strange border region of each color. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, and happy multicolor printing.